Present and future Senator Mark Kelly of the great state of Arizona. Now, we're running against, it's not two sets, it's facts and then lies on the other side. I can't remember the number, Travis. Do we know the number of election deniers that are running?
11 billion.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Chris. As Republicans.
That is a firm count as well, hand count.
We're just trying to grab this audio. This woman thinks drug dealers are handing out fentanyl on Halloween. Why? Because Fox News told her. And
right. They're here to they're here to destroy our country. Which, right. I mean, she's heard so many times from Mike Pillow that she almost says it with a Minnesota accent.
Right. I feel like she's doing Karen LeCaren, your Trump-loving character.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
she was birthed out of real human beings. Here's what this is probably the most amazing thing about the Walker situation to me, and it's one of the root aspects of it, and it's one of the things that I don't think anybody's brought up with the Republicans that are like okay with him, is primarily that this guy has multiple kids with multiple women, whatever. That's their deal, and with him, but there is a kid out there, the most recent one that had the abortion also has a child with him. That child cannot acknowledge who their mother is.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows who their father is, but they can't acknowledge their own mother in public for her safety.
Yeah.
Because Republicans might endanger her life because Herschel Walker wants to lie about who
the pro-life Republicans. The pro-life Republicans might endanger.
This kid can't say this is my mom in public for her own safety because of who his dad is and how his dad's followers might treat her. Do you know? Like, wrap your head around how insane that is, and how you that part. Like I'm feeling my skin heat up.
I know. Okay, so I believe Joe Biden has stopped more fentanyl at the border than any president in history. Okay, here's this clip.
We're raw dogging this, by the way. So
yes,
I don't think she swears.
Okay,
she's wearing a Trump Pence sweatshirt. Here we go.
You get a bag like this at Halloween. Do not take it. It's fentanyl. It'll kill you.
Drug dealers, a lot of times they want to sell their drugs.
Mm-hmm. Well, not if they're coming over here to destroy our country.
And then so the drug dealers have houses that the kids will come and knock on the door on, and then they'll give that to them?
I'm thinking that's how it's going to happen, yeah.
Oh. So drug dealers would be giving away...
not drug dealers, the illegals that are here. Yeah. They just crossed because Biden has our border wide open.
Okay, so the illegals that have houses that then the kids are coming to knock on the illegals' houses... doors and they're drug dealers that are giving the children their drugs.
Look at Fox News. All you gotta do is watch an episode of Fox News.
And Fox News will tell you that
it's coming across our borders. It's going into our playground.
And they're going to be giving it away during Halloween.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And scene for America. So she calls it an episode, as maybe. On some level, she knows it's fictional, but I don't know.
It's a show. It's a show. It doesn't have to be right all the time, Stephanie. I mean, I feel like I've died and gone to 1986. This is razor blades and apples. This is Tylenol, poison Tylenol. But the whole point is, let me state this. And this woman is a direct target. The goal is, don't go out and see that the world is functioning normally because it's harder for Trump's "We're a Nation in Decline" BS like semi-song musical moment at the end of his weird Decline of America tour that he's on right now to you can't throw seeds on sand. And if people go out for Halloween and go, you know what, the weather's relatively nice and the kids are having a good time and there's Claire and hi and what's going on, Sam, that's the worst thing that can happen to Republican talking points right now. Anytime you talk to a Republican right now, go, are you afraid to walk out that door right now and go to your car, you big chicken? And they'll go, of course not. And you're like, okay, then stop pretending that the United States is a cesspool. And if you're talking about the prices of things, the prices in the United States are up, but they're up less than the rest of the entire world.
Right. Speaking of different sets of facts, you retweeted Ron Johnson in Milwaukee Rotary Club to call what happened on January 6th an armed insurrection. I just think is inaccurate. Now, some of the protesters did teach us how you can use flagpoles, that kind of stuff. And you just said, so Rotary in Milwaukee supports sharpening flagpoles with Blue Lives Matter hanging from them and using them to assault police officers. They endorse this? Yeah, I guess so.
Right. Yeah, I guess there's just no standard at this point. Here's how it should be. If somebody said, like, if there was a Democrat campaigning around or running for a primary or whatever, and they said, we have problems with police violence, and I think we should physically attack the police, I would, at that gathering, stand up and go, get the hell out of here. You're not this. I'm not standing for that kind of stuff. There is no one in the Republican Party or Republican side that will ever do that with these folks, and they run on this back the blue nonsense. They walk around wearing Blue Lives Matter flags printed on their shirts, hanging down for distress, and then he goes, well, they did sure tell us how to attack cops. You know what I mean? If you take these, if you sharpen a flagpole, you can really gouge somebody.
But okay, you were talking about, well, first of all, Trump's rallies, rapiest voice ever, with the music behind him and the
just winding down again, road preacher stuff.
Right, but everything. This is what he's done to this country. It's just the fentanyl and the Halloween. Everything that people do, it's just fake news. What is it? It's a hoax, right? Yeah. And he's out there now talking about him stealing document. Okay, here it is.
He probably read and heard about the document hoax. Has anyone heard about the document hoax helicopters flying over Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah.
Well, they've given us about $5 billion worth of free publicity, I will say. People said, that's a nice house. If it weren't so nice, they probably wouldn't be doing it because, it gets ratings. When they look, they say, that's a beautiful place.
Oh, my God.
They raided and broke into my... Everyone knows we've done nothing wrong. They are targeting me because they want to silence me, silence you, and silence our amazing Make America Great Again movement.
He will just never shut them. Ever, will he? Or ever go away.
Well, I will say, he used to brag about the size of his crowds and tell the press that were on the press podium to turn around and show the crowd.
Yeah.
He doesn't
do that
anymore. Like the last thing he wants them to do is turn these cameras around and show a half-empty 6,000 seat stadium with a bunch of people pouring out of the thing because they've heard it.
Yeah,
they thought this was going to be a rally for the candidate. Ultra MAGA is MAGA without Trump, and he's too dumb to know it.